Hi guys, this is Live English Coach and me, Anastasia Chapel. In this video lecture, I would like to walk you through emphatic structures in the English language. Emphatic structures are certain linguistic means of special structures that help us to highlight an item or an idea that we want to emphasize. There are two ways of expressing what we need to say. We can be neutral or we can emphasize our thought. So let's have a closer look at that. Now, if we look at this sentence, we are concerned by the high cost of the project. Does it sound in any way special? Does it sound in any way emphasized or highlighted? Probably not. It sounds neutral. We're just stating the fact that we are concerned by the high cost of the project. There is nothing about the sentence which makes it emphasized, which makes it highlighted, which makes the idea of a concern highlighted. It's neutral. Now, how about this one? The high cost of the project concerns us. It does indeed sound a little bit different from the previous one. We are concerned by the high cost of the project. But the only difference is that in the first sentence we used passive voice. We are concerned. So the action was directed towards us. While in this sentence, the high cost of the project concerns us, there is no passive voice. The voice is active. We have the cost, and what does the cost do? It concerns us. Apart from that, there is nothing special about this sentence either. It is not emphasized in any way. It is as well neutral. So both these sentences, the first one, we are concerned by the high cost of the project, and the second one, the high cost of the project concerns us, they are both neutral. Now, what happens if we need to add a certain emphatic meaning to our sentence? What happens if we need to highlight a certain idea in the sentence? We don't want to sound neutral. We really want to highlight a certain thing. There are a number of linguistic ways how we can do that. One is to take a part of the subject and to put it in the beginning of the sentence. In this sentence, our subject is it that concerns us. This is a whole big subject. So what we're doing is we're breaking it into two parts. It is the high cost of the project that concerns us. Is the high cost of the project is our predicate. So our predicate is placed in between the two parts of the subject. In Russian we can translate it something like «И именно высокая стоимость проекта нас беспокоит» или «Нас беспокоит именно» или «В частности, в большей степени высокая стоимость проекта». We can also express the same idea by saying the high cost of the project is what concerns us. Что нас беспокоит, так это высокая стоимость проекта. Или высокая стоимость проекта, вот что нас беспокоит. Even in Russian we sound a bit more emphatic. We don't sound neutral. We're trying to highlight something that is of a concern for us. The high cost of the project is what concerns us. We can also say what concerns us is the high cost of the project. It is the same. It is just a different way of emphasizing our idea. What concerns us is the high cost of the project. Что нас особенно беспокоит, так это высокая стоимость проекта. And there is one more way of doing that. We can say the thing that concerns us is the high cost of the project. All these four options are actually synonyms. It's the high cost of the project that concerns us. The high cost of the project is what concerns us. What concerns us is the high cost of the project. Or the last option, the thing that concerns us is the high cost of the project. Now, if we want to put an extra emphasis to our sentence, we can add an adverb such as really or particularly. For example, it is the high cost of the project that really concerns us, or it is the high cost of the project that particularly concerns us. И именно высокая стоимость проекта нас особенно беспокоит, или нас в особенной степени беспокоит, нас действительно беспокоит. Now, if we still want to add a certain emphasis to our sentence, but we don't want to change the structure, for example, we forgot how to do it, or we're not sure we're doing it correctly, there is still another way of doing that. We can just use our voice. So, please compare the following examples. The high cost of the project has given us cause for concern. If I read it like that, it will be neutral. There is nothing special about the sentence. I didn't change the structure and my intonation is quite neutral. But if I read it in the following way, the high cost of the project has given us cause for concern. I'm adding emphasis just by my voice, by stressing the verb has. I have present perfect here. My present perfect consists of two parts, the verb to have in the third person singular and the third form of the verb to give, given. So by stressing the verb has, I am already adding more emphasis to my sentence. The high cost of the project has given us a cause for concern. Now there is another trick in English how we can add emphasis to our sentence. We can say, the high cost of the project does concern us. Now what happens here? We know that does we normally use in questions or in negative sentences, right? We're used to seeing this as an auxiliary verb that helps us to build a question or to build a negation. But here we don't have a question and we don't have a negation. So why do we use does? By using does in an affirmative sentence, we're adding emphasis to what we're saying. We can of course say the high cost of the project concerns us, but that would sound neutral. Correct, but neutral. Now if we want to add a bit more emphasis to that without really changing the structure too much, like we discussed before, this is what we could do. We could add does and our verb concerns will lose ending s because we already have used does. The high cost of the project does concern us. Now that's about it for just now. Thank you for watching. You can find more free lectures on my website liveenglishcoach.com/blog. Bye for now.